This is what I'm talking about. And this is only the beginning. I think this is only the beginning of AI being able to decode a lot of these mysteries that we've been trying to solve for eons. Bro, it's gonna happen, and I'm here for it, fam. I'm here for it, bro. History is gonna change. This video here is titled The Ancient Language Decoded by an AI. What it revealed is terrifying. Let's go.
Homo sapiens, or modern humans, have been on the planet for over 200,000 years. We've built and destroyed civilizations, and today we've created over 6,500 diverse languages, many of which have been buried along with the civilizations that fostered them. Today, yet another human creation would help us learn more about the ancient and dead languages in the world. From 5,000-year-old tablets to the most mysterious book ever written, here are 20 ancient languages decoded by AI. Number 20. AI decodes 5,000-year-old tablets. 5,000 years ago, in the heart of ancient Mesopotamia, scribes pressed wedge-shaped symbols into wet clay, preserving humanity's earliest written records in a script known as cuneiform. Fast forward to today, and the sheer number of these tablets, over 500,000, has overwhelmed scholars, with only a fraction ever translated. Everything changed with artificial intelligence. Recently, a groundbreaking AI model developed by researchers has made a significant leap forward in decoding these ancient texts. Cuneiform is a language that's difficult to read, with a single symbol representing multiple sounds or meanings depending on the context. Not only that, but the tablets we've obtained are damaged or fragmented, making the puzzle a lot harder. Yet researchers have developed an AI model that can translate cuneiform directly into English, even filling in the missing pieces of broken tablets by predicting what the original text might have been. Over the past year, AI has helped us decode and decipher royal decrees and other writings made 5,000 years ago. Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now. Number 19. AI helps decipher an ancient language that defied translation for an entire century. Since he was young, Jaiming Luo has wondered about the forgotten and dead languages in the world. And so, when he became a computer science doctoral student at MIT in 2015, he decided to pursue this long-term interest. With his advisor, Luo began searching for a way to understand and revive lost languages. Among the scripts he tried to unravel is the ancient language Ugaritic, a script from around 1300 BCE. Scholars have long linked this language to early Hebrew, yet that's the full extent of years of research. For decades, this language puzzled scholars. Luo and his team, led by Professor Regina Barzilay, have developed a neural machine translation model that can decipher Ugaritic with remarkable accuracy. Now, what is Ugaritic? It's similar to cuneiform, making it challenging to decipher because it doesn't have clear spaces between words, and many symbols can have multiple meanings depending on context. Traditional methods required experts to piece together these texts for years manually. Yet Luo's AI model works just by recognizing patterns in the ancient language and mapping them to known languages like Hebrew. It uses a minimum cost flow approach, which basically means the AI looks for the most efficient way to decode characters by comparing them to what we already know about other ancient languages. It doesn't just decode words. It can also figure out semantic relationships, giving scholars clues about how Ugaritic might have been used in everyday life. Number 18. A 21-year-old uses AI to decipher text from a scorched scroll. The Vesuvius Challenge is a global contest to decipher the charred scrolls recovered in places ravaged by Mount Vesuvius. In 2023, its first winner was heralded, 21-year-old Luke Ferreter. Luke did something incredible. He's the first person in over 200 years to read part of a scroll that was buried in the eruption of Mount Vesuvius.
Now, this makes me think about religion. Like, imagine, now, this is the scary part about it too, because if we're able to answer some of those questions that some may have about religion, this this kind of releases the control that I believe they have over people using religion sometimes. So when you're able to get those answers to those questions you have that may have been held back from us or hidden or removed from the text, different things, and we can, bro, that's why I think not only is this great, this is scary at the same time.
You see, aside from deciphering the script, even viewing or seeing the symbols themselves is a challenge. The scrolls recovered around Mount Vesuvius are so carbonized by the volcanic heat that they look more like burnt logs than manuscripts, and they crumble to dust at the slightest touch. However, thanks to AI, Fareder unlocked one word from the ancient text, porphyrus. Its meaning? Purple. But how did Fareder achieve such a feat? He developed an algorithm that detected minute crackle patterns in the scroll's structure, which corresponded to the ancient ink. Thanks to this ingenious method, he earned $40,000 for identifying the first word on the scroll. Today, it's believed that this burnt paper came from a library in a villa that may have belonged to Julius Caesar's father-in-law. Scholars think thousands more scrolls could be waiting to be unearthed, potentially containing lost works of philosophy, history, or literature. Number 17. Google AI decodes ancient hieroglyphs. Google dominates many fields, including AI research. Just recently, Google developed and presented Fabricius, an AI-powered tool that changes how we understand ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. Launched by Google Arts and Culture in collaboration with experts from Macquarie University, Ubisoft, and Cycle Interactive, Fabricius is designed to help researchers and the general public easily understand hieroglyphics. Fabricius uses machine learning to break down the 1,000 distinct characters that make up hieroglyphic writing, a script used for thousands of years by ancient Egyptians. The tool has three main models: Learn, Play, and Work. In the Learn mode, users can explore the history of hieroglyphs and practice drawing symbols, which are then analyzed by the AI for accuracy. The Play mode allows users to write their own messages and convert them into hieroglyphs, almost like ancient emojis. Work mode, on the other hand, will enable scholars to upload images of hieroglyphs and decode them through AI, speeding up a process that once took years of manual labor. This means Fabricius is the first digital tool using artificial intelligence to decode hieroglyphics. Can you imagine how mind-blown late Egyptologists and scholars would be if they knew that a machine could now do the work it took them years to accomplish in minutes? Prior to this, Egyptologists had to painstakingly sift through books to translate these ancient symbols. Now, Fabricius provides a faster, more efficient way to analyze and understand these inscriptions, helping scholars decode text from the ancient world at a pace never before possible. The best part? This tool is also open source, which means it can evolve and improve with contributions from the global research community. Number 16. Linear B, one of the most perplexing scripts of all time. In 1900, British archaeologist Sir Arthur Evans, who was visiting the Palace of Knossos in Crete, stumbled upon a mysterious script. This is now recognized as Linear B, and despite years of research, Linear B won't be deciphered until after Evans passed away. In 1953, Michael Ventris, an English architect and self-taught linguist, finally decoded Linear B. However, he didn't do it alone, as Ventris' success was built on the foundational work of Alex Kober, a brilliant classicist who meticulously analyzed the script structure. Kober was the first to propose that the script was inflected, meaning words were composed of roots and endings, was crucial. She spent years cataloging nearly 200,000 note cards, identifying patterns and connections in Linear B signs, laying the groundwork for Ventris. Ventris made his historic discovery by recognizing that some words on the tablets correspond to place names in later classical Greek. This allowed him to match syllables and phonetic values, revealing that Linear B was not a mysterious Minoan language as originally thought, but rather an early form of Greek. This discovery reshaped the understanding of ancient Greek history, pushing back the timeline of written Greek by several centuries. Despite the fact that it's been deciphered, several tablets written in Linear B are yet to be decoded and read. That's where AI comes in. A team of researchers from MIT and Google Brain developed a machine learning algorithm capable of automatically translating the script with impressive accuracy. The AI works by identifying cognates, or words with a shared origin, and using known Greek language structures to translate Linear B. The system was trained to look for specific patterns in the script structure and achieved an accuracy of about 67.3% in translating the script into modern Greek. This is a significant improvement over previous methods, which were manual and extremely time-consuming. Number 15. A mysterious script used by the ancient Minoans. If there is Linear B, of course, there's Linear A. And you're probably wondering how its name came out and how the two are connected. Linear A is the written script used by the Minoans on the island of Crete. Linear B, on the other hand, is an adaptation of that and was used by the Mycenaeans on mainland Greece. Just like Linear B, Linear A was discovered in 1900 by Sir Arthur Evans. This script dates from 1800 to 1450 BCE and was used primarily for administrative and religious purposes. Despite its similarity to the later Linear B script, which was deciphered as an early form of Greek, Linear A remains undeciphered, largely because the language it encodes is unknown, and we have no languages or scripts to compare it with. However, recent advances in AI and machine learning are giving hope to researchers. Researchers from institutions like MIT and Google's DeepMind are using AI to analyze Linear A in ways that weren't possible before. By training neural networks on known scripts like Linear B and other ancient languages, these systems can detect patterns and relationships between symbols that humans may have missed. The AI's ability to process vast amounts of data quickly and identify linguistic structures has led to breakthroughs, especially in understanding numerical systems and some common signs used in Linear A. As AI continues to evolve, many hope that this technology will eventually crack the code of Linear A. Number 14. AI decodes broken Greek texts better than humans. There are many things we feared AI would surpass us, and perhaps deciphering and decoding languages should be at the top of the list. Google's DeepMind AI, known as Ithaca, is revolutionizing the way we decipher damaged ancient Greek texts, and it's doing it better than humans. Named after the homeland of Odysseus from Homer's Odyssey, Ithaca was developed to restore fragmented inscriptions that are thousands of years old. You see, many Greek texts are obtained from books or tablets that have been weathered down or fragmented. This means they've suffered damage over the centuries, making the texts incomplete, and manual restoration would be challenging, at least for humans. For artificial intelligence, however, reconstructing these texts is easy by training Ithaca on over 60,000 ancient Greek inscriptions, feeding it patterns of letters and words along with the age and geographic origin of the text. Researchers were able to create an AI model that can easily predict and read broken Greek. Ithaca's AI model can now fill in missing gaps with an impressive 62% accuracy, far outperforming human historians who achieve just 25% accuracy on their own. When combined with human expertise, that accuracy jumps to 72%. This means that in the end, humans and AI should still work hand in hand. Number 13. AI helps in unlocking the secret of the Etruscan language. The Etruscans were people who dominated central Italy long before the rise of Rome. They're one of the most mysterious groups of people in history, despite the fact that they've left many artifacts inscribed with their language. We know very little about what they wrote. This is because Etruscan doesn't have many surviving texts, and it doesn't seem closely related to any known language. A recent initiative led by teams using neural machine translation models similar to those that have helped decipher ancient scripts like Linear B is attempting to break through the barriers of Etruscan. These AI models are trained to recognize linguistic patterns in incomplete or fragmented text, helping researchers predict missing words or symbols and compare them to other languages from the same era. These algorithms, which can process massive data sets of ancient inscriptions, are hoped to help identify grammatical structures and vocabulary in Etruscan writing. Today, AI tools are used to analyze a 2,500-year-old stele discovered near Florence. With the help of AI, we might finally learn more about one of the most mysterious ancient peoples in Europe. Number 12. AI model can translate dead languages in mere seconds. Akkadian. Perhaps you've heard about this language before. After all, it's one of the world's oldest languages, and at the same time, one of the most difficult. Akkadian, spoken in ancient Mesopotamia, was written in cuneiform, a script made up of wedge-shaped symbols pressed into clay tablets. We have a massive volume of untranslated text, but only a limited number of people can read Akkadian. With AI, this won't be a problem anymore. For centuries, Akkadian had to be painstakingly transliterated, which means it was converted into Latin characters before being translated into English. With a new AI model, however...
Okay, I totally misinterpreted that part when they said dead languages. I was thinking different things. You know how I am with the afterlife and different things in my... All right, so I was looking at that totally different, but I get what they're saying now. You know what I mean? But still, though, think about what we will learn. And this is why I think we have to stay on top of this, because they'll start to keep some of this information from us, man. Because some of us believe that those drawings on certain walls and in the caves and different things displayed that Egyptians and different ones believed in aliens based upon some of the drawings that we're seeing. So will that answer the question of extraterrestrials? That's what I want to know.
We can now bypass much of this labor-intensive process. Think of this model as a Google Translate, except it's used for dead languages. What's astounding is that it's reached an impressive 97% accuracy when translating into Latin transliterations, and also performed well when translating directly to English. However, it does struggle with literary or more creative texts, sometimes producing incorrect results. Even so, when used with scholars, this AI would be useful in helping us understand the Akkadian writings left behind. Number 11. AI deciphers Enigma code in 10 minutes. In World War II, the German forces made use of a cipher device known as the Enigma machine. At a time when even the smallest detail leaked to the enemy could overturn the tide of battle, each message was of utmost confidentiality. Invented by Arthur Scherbius in the 1920s, the Enigma was initially intended for commercial use, but it was quickly adopted by the German military. The Enigma machine works by transforming messages into seemingly unbreakable codes by scrambling messages using a complex system of rotors and electrical circuits. Each letter typed on the machine would be replaced by another letter in the alphabet, and the specific settings of the machine's rotors ensured that the encryption changed constantly. This made it extraordinarily difficult to crack, as the machine could be set up in trillions of possible combinations. Only another Enigma machine is capable of cracking the code, or at least, that was the case until recently. AI has managed to crack the Enigma code in just over 10 minutes. Something that took Alan Turing and his team at Bletchley Park days or even weeks during World War II. In 2017, the team from Enigma Pattern harnessed the power of 2,000 virtual servers to simulate all possible Enigma settings, testing 41 million combinations per second. They trained the AI using Grimm's fairy tales to recognize patterns in the German language, allowing it to quickly identify when a decryption was accurate based on how the language sounded. This method enabled the AI to break the Enigma code in 12 minutes and 50 seconds. A stunning feat compared to the months of painstaking work required during the war. The AI cracked the 4-rotor Enigma, the most complex version used by the German Navy, showing how far technology has come. Number 10. Researchers in Turkey use AI to read Cuneiform Hittite tablets. Researchers in Turkey are now using AI to unlock the mysteries of ancient Hittite cuneiform tablets, a project that marks the first of its kind globally. The Hittites, one of the most influential civilizations in the ancient world, left behind thousands of tablets written in cuneiform, documenting their political, social, and religious life. However, manually deciphering these texts has been a time-consuming and error-prone process. In collaboration with Ankara University and the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, Turkish researchers have digitized nearly 2,000 tablets from the Museum of Anatolian Civilizations and other museums. Using high-resolution photography and 3D scanning, these digitized images are fed into an AI system, which analyzes and translates the text. The early stages of the project have already shown significant success. with AI achieving a 75% accuracy rate in translating the ancient script. In time, we might be able to learn the secrets of another ancient civilization thanks to the power of AI. Number 9. The Lost Iberian Language. The Iberian language, spoken by the ancient inhabitants of the Iberian Peninsula long before the Romans arrived, remains one of the great linguistic puzzles of antiquity. Unlike other ancient languages, Iberian lacks a direct relative, such as Latin for Romance languages, making it especially difficult to decipher. But now, AI is stepping in. Researchers at MIT's Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Laboratory, or CSAIL for short, have developed a new machine learning algorithm to help decipher dead languages like Iberian. This AI-driven model doesn't require the language to have a close modern relative. Instead, it analyzes the patterns of sound changes in languages, mapping words in Iberian to similar-sounding counterparts in known languages. This technique has already challenged old hypotheses, such as the idea that Iberian was closely related to Basque, suggesting instead that the two languages are not directly connected. It uses advanced linguistic principles to understand the evolution of language sounds, and has the potential to identify semantic meanings of words, even when there's no modern equivalent to compare. Number 8. AI helps unravel the mystery behind the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls are one of the most important archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. Discovered between 1947 and 1956 near the Dead Sea, much about these 2,000-year-old scrolls remains a mystery. However, we're certain that these included biblical texts, commentaries, hymns, and community rules written by a mysterious sect. Recently, researchers have begun using AI to study the Dead Sea Scrolls. Among the greatest papyrus identified by AI is the Great Isaiah Scroll, one of the longest and most intact Dead Sea Scrolls. Through AI, we now know that this was likely copied by two different scribes. The AI used advanced pattern recognition techniques to analyze the most minor details of the handwriting, such as the thickness and curvature of each letter. This level of precision allowed the researchers to spot differences invisible to the human eye, confirming the presence of two distinct scribes working on the same document. Number 7. AI helps us learn about one of the biggest literary finds in Constantinople. The Archimedes Palimpsest is a 1,000-year-old manuscript containing previously unknown writings by the ancient Greek mathematician Archimedes. Since its discovery, it's been hailed as one of the biggest literary finds in Constantinople. If you're not familiar with them, palimpsest are writings that have been erased to make room for more writings but still remain visible. Today, AI and advanced imaging technologies are helping researchers recover these hidden texts. Using multispectral imaging and AI, scholars can now separate the layers of writing, revealing Archimedes' original works beneath. What we've uncovered so far? Genius writings of Archimedes about infinity and geometry, and a method quite similar to modern calculus. Who knows just what other things AI could reveal about the great Archimedes' writings? Number 6. Chinese oracle bones decoded by AI. Oracle bones are bones that were inscribed with early Chinese characters that were used for divination during the Shang dynasty. Despite years of attempts, these bones have remained undecipherable. Today, however, we might finally be able to unravel the mystery behind these bones. Researchers at Xianjiaotong Liverpool University and Renmin University have developed a deep learning tool called Bone2Vec to not only analyze these inscriptions, but also to determine whether the ancient scribes were left-handed or right-handed. By studying the angle, pressure, and stroke patterns of the inscriptions, the AI can detect the subtle physical characteristics of the writing style. This AI-driven research helps archaeologists analyze the 160.
Yo, these jokers can tell whether you were left-handed or right-handed, bro. Listen, fam, we out of here with this information. We out of here, bro. What we about to find out.
8,000 pieces of oracle bones discovered so far with unprecedented efficiency and accuracy. Today, we found several bones inscribed with simple symbols representing the words moon, river, grass, divination, tears, and more. Number 5.
Now we just need them to tell us, how did y'all design some of these structures? How did you make some of these sharp 90-degree angle cuts in stone and different things? How did you put it together with no mortar? These are some of the things that we've been trying to figure out and answer for the longest. We need those answers.
AI unlocking the secrets of the language of bees. I can't say the language of bees is ancient, but it's one of the things AI is helping us learn. For decades, scientists have been puzzled by the waggle dance, which is a movement done by bees as a form of communication. Recently, a group of students from BYU are deciphering the bee language. The research, led by students across various disciplines like computer science and biology, involves constructing a specialized hive with transparent plexiglass walls. By using cameras to track the movements of the bees, the students feed this data into an AI system they've developed, which can interpret the waggle dances. The AI analyzes the angle and duration of the movements to determine the precise location of food sources in relation to the sun. As BYU professor Sean Warnick explains, this AI-based approach allows the team to identify patterns in how bees make complex decisions, showing just how sophisticated these insects really are.
Okay, then if you figure that out and understand their language, I want to know what dogs are saying. I want to know what ants are saying. I want to know what babies are saying. I want to know what everybody who I can't understand, or everything, or animal, insect, bird, whatever, I want to know what they're saying. I want to know it all.
After understanding these waggle dances, scientists are also hoping to develop a robot bee that could perform these movements to allow us to, quote-unquote, talk to the bees ourselves. Now, this is a project I'd like to watch closely. Number 4. AI discovers beautiful lost hymn in ancient text. In 2023, researchers announced an AI system capable of deciphering fragments of ancient Babylonian texts. This model, known as Fragmentarium, could be the secret to unlocking the secrets of some of the oldest stories ever written by humans, including the Epic of Gilgamesh. Developed at Ludwig Maximilian University, this AI system can process thousands of fragmented clay tablets, piecing together cuneiform inscriptions that have been nearly impossible for humans to decipher due to damage or loss over time. The AI works by analyzing patterns across tens of thousands of text fragments, allowing researchers to reconstruct sections of Babylonian literature. Among these discoveries is a beautiful hymn that vividly describes the arrival of spring in Babylon. The hymn talked about rivers watering the plains, grain sprouting in fields, and the wealth and abundance that follow the season's renewal. This discovery is significant because no hymns to cities were previously known in Babylonian literature, marking a new genre that has been lost for thousands of years. Without the speed and precision of AI, it would have taken scholars decades to assemble these fragments. By digitizing over 22,000 text fragments, the AI has drastically accelerated the process. Number 3. Using artificial intelligence to read the Vindolanda texts. Discovered in the ancient Roman fort of Vindolanda, near Hadrian's wall, the Vindolanda tablets are thin, fragile wooden tablets that contain handwritten messages from soldiers and civilians stationed at the edge of the Roman Empire. Written in Latin, these texts include personal letters, grocery lists, invitations to birthday parties, and even complaints about the local weather. For example, one of the most famous tablets is a birthday invitation from Claudia Severa, the wife of a Roman officer, inviting a friend to celebrate with her, one of the earliest known examples of Latin written by a woman. The tablets were preserved in waterlogged soil, which prevented the wood from decaying. Once uncovered, they revealed an intimate portrait of life in a Roman fort around 100 CE, including relationships between soldiers, their families, and the locals. In fact, today, the Vindolanda tablets are considered one of the most important collections of Roman-era documents. But what was the role in AI in all this? You see, just like other ancient tablets, the Vindolanda tablets were heavily damaged. Using machine learning algorithms, AI can now analyze images of the Vindolanda texts and recognize patterns in the degraded writing. And so, if we discover more of these Babylonian writings, we'd be able to easily decode them thanks to AI. More ancient hymns? Count me in. Number 2. Decoding the mysterious Voynich manuscript. AI decoded this ancient book, and what it showed was unsettling. In 1912, Polish-American book dealer Wilfred Bohich discovered a manuscript written in an unknown language. Strangely, this book was filled with plants, astronomical charts, and human figures in the most bizarre depictions. Its origins date back to the early 15th century, but despite intense study, no one has been able to decipher its contents definitively. This befuddling book is now known as the Bohich manuscript, one of the most mysterious and puzzling books ever found. I bet you've heard of it before. The manuscript contains illustrations of plants that don't exist, zodiac symbols with mysterious embellishments, and complex diagrams that seem to depict processes or cycles, none of which have been conclusively interpreted. The language itself, written from left to right, is composed of a script that has no known relation to any language past or present. This has led to speculation that the manuscript might be an elaborate code, a lost language, or perhaps an important manuscript to mankind that we can't understand yet. If this is the case, then this manuscript is a bit terrifying. However, there are also those who speculated that it was a medieval medical guide, while others believe it could have been alchemy-related or some form of a philosophical text. Many theories have circulated regarding its purpose and authorship, even in recent years. But again, none holds water. Who wrote the manuscript is also a mystery. Its potential authors range from Roger Bacon, a 13th century English philosopher, to Leonardo da Vinci, though none of these theories have been proven. Needless to say, the Bohich manuscript has long stumped scholars, cryptographers, and historians with its unreadable text and strange illustrations. However, recent advances in AI technology are beginning to shed new light on this 600-year-old enigma. Researchers from the University of Alberta, led by Greg Kondrak and Bradley Hauer, used AI to analyze the manuscript's language. By running it through a system that could recognize patterns across hundreds of languages, the AI suggested that the text might be written in an encoded form of Hebrew. After further analysis, they found that about 80% of the words in the manuscript matched those in a Hebrew dictionary, though they were scrambled in a way that made the text difficult to interpret. For example, one of the first sentences the AI translated came out as, "She made recommendations to the priest, man of the house, and me and people." It doesn't really make much sense. And while it's far from fully understanding the manuscript, it's a start. It gives us hope that the Bohich manuscript may be decipherable after all. Or is it? You see, despite this progress, many experts remain skeptical, noting that previous attempts to crack the Bohich manuscript have also suggested other languages, like Latin or Arabic. Nonetheless, AI presents an exciting new tool in the ongoing mystery. The researchers are now refining their algorithms in hopes of finally ending the mystery of the Bohich manuscript. What are your thoughts about this book? Do you think it's an important manuscript holding the secrets of ancient times, or a mere hoax created around the 13th century? Let me know what you think in the comments. Number 1. Decoding the language of plants. In 2023, several startups have focused on a rather niche subject: plants. More specifically, the language of plants. Startups like Hortia are in charge of developing AI models that can understand the subtle signals plants send in response to changes in their environment. These signals include everything from electrical impulses in their roots to ultrasonic sounds emitted when they're stressed. Simply speaking, yes, plants indeed communicate with each other. In fact, Hortia's AI model can interpret how plants respond to different inputs like light, soil conditions, and temperature. Think about this AI as an interpreter for the mood and health of the plants. Needless to say, this technology, if made available commercially, would definitely aid many in agriculture. It allows growers to optimize when and how they provide resources like water and fertilizer, making agriculture more efficient and sustainable. However, this technology is still in its infancy. In trials, this system has already been able to reduce energy consumption in greenhouses by up to 30% without sacrificing crop yield. A few years from now, we might be able to have an AI model that can speak the language of plants to allow us to take better care of them. What other exciting advancement in AI are you waiting for? Aside from helping us decipher long-lost languages, what do you think would be the most impactful use of artificial intelligence?